Okay, let's just jump right in. What if I told you that pretty much everything you think you know about building wealth is wrong? That it has almost nothing to do with how smart you are, what school you went to, or how good you are with spreadsheets? What if the real key to financial success wasn't in some textbook, but inside your own head? We're about to unpack a story that flips our whole idea of money completely upside down.
So, I want you to meet two guys. On the left, you've got Ronald Reed. He was a lifelong janitor and a gas station attendant. On the right, Richard Fiscone, Harvard-educated, a top executive at Merrill Lynch. One guy represents the absolute peak of financial pedigree, the other, well, just the humble, everyday working guy. So who do you think ended up wealthier? I mean, the answer's obvious.
You see that number? That's the net worth of Ronald Reed, the janitor, when he died. $8 million. And you want to know how he did it? No secret stock tips, no complicated strategy. He just saved what he could and patiently, for decades, invested it in good, solid blue-chip stocks. An amateur with zero formal training quietly built a fortune.
And what about our high-flying executive with the fancy Ivy League degree? He declared bankruptcy. Yeah, even with a massive income, his lavish lifestyle, fueled by huge debt on luxury homes, sent his finances into a complete death spiral. And look, this isn't some one-off fluke. This is a lesson. So what was the janitor's secret? I mean, how on earth could a total amateur so completely outperform a seasoned professional? Well, the answer gets right to the very heart of how money really works. And honestly, it's a lot simpler and way more profound than you might think.
And here it is. This one idea from author Morgan Housel really unlocks the entire puzzle. Doing well with money has little to do with how smart you are and everything to do with how you behave. It's not about what you know, it is all about what you do.
And this points to a really strange truth about money. Finance is one of the only fields I can think of where an amateur with the right mindset can run circles around a seasoned pro with the wrong one. Why? Because managing money isn't a hard science like physics. It's a soft skill. It's totally governed by our emotions, our ego, our patience, our discipline.
Okay, so let's break down the first huge behavioral trap that we all fall into. This mistaken belief that to feel wealthy, you have to show people you have money.
Just think about it for a second. You're walking down the street and this flashy, expensive Ferrari rolls by. What's your very first thought? Who or what are you actually admiring in that moment?
Let's be honest. You admire the car. You don't admire the driver. You probably don't even really see them. You just use their car as a prop to imagine your life being that cool. This is what's called the man in the car paradox. The driver bought the car to get respect, but nobody's giving them respect. They're just admiring the possession. It's a total trap.
And this gets to the absolute core difference between being rich and being wealthy. See, being rich is about your current income. It's visible. But true wealth, it's hidden. It's the money you saved, not the money you spent. It's the financial freedom that nobody can see, tucked away in savings and investments. Wealth is what you don't see. Okay, so if building wealth isn't about showing it off, then it must be about making these brilliant, genius-level investments, right? Wrong again. The most powerful force in finance isn't some crazy intellect. It's something way simpler, and it's accessible to every single one of us. Just take a look at Warren Buffett. Yes, of course he's a phenomenal investor, but his real secret weapon isn't some magic ability to pick stocks, it's time. He started investing when he was 10 years old. He's been investing for over 3/4 of a century. His skill is being a pretty good investor for an unbelievably long, uninterrupted period. Now get this, of his roughly $84.5 billion net worth, a staggering $81.5 billion of it came after his 65th birthday. Our brains are literally not built to understand that kind of exponential growth. It feels impossible. But that is the quiet, invisible magic of compounding. It's a slow-moving force that produces absolutely explosive results over time. And this leads to a simple, just brilliant rule from Buffett's longtime partner, Charlie Munger. The real work isn't chasing the absolute highest returns you can find. It's about earning pretty good returns that you can stick with for the longest possible time. Your main goal isn't to be a genius, it's just to stay in the game long enough to let time do its thing. So if real wealth isn't about showing off, and it's not about being some stock-picking wizard, what's the actual strategy here? Well, it has way less to do with finding the perfect investment, and everything to do with fixing the faulty wiring in our own minds. This is a critical distinction to make. Getting wealthy often requires taking big risks, being optimistic, shooting for the stars. But staying wealthy, that needs the complete opposite mindset. It requires humility, a healthy dose of fear that you could lose it all. That survival mindset is what protects your money long enough for compounding to work its magic.
So we've debunked the myths. We've looked at the psychological traps. Where does that leave us? What is the single most important strategy you need to be focused on?
At the end of the day, it really just comes down to this. You can have the most detailed budget, the most sophisticated spreadsheet in the entire world, but none of it matters if your own behavior is working against you. Your psychology is your single biggest asset, or your biggest liability in your financial life.
So I'm going to leave you with this question. We all have a financial plan on paper, right? A budget, a savings goal, an investment strategy. But what's the plan for dealing with your own fear, your own greed, your own ego? Because that's the plan that will ultimately decide whether you win or lose.